What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. In the last episode, we took down the last of the Fire Claws out in the Frozen Wilds. And in this episode, it's finally time. It's finally time to go to the Palace of the Sun and begin the quest, The Looming Shadow. The final quest in the game. So, let's head on over there. It's about frickin' time we get this done, I'd say. Don't you? Don't you think so? It's been so long. This Let's Play has been going on forever. But it's been worth it. And I'm so excited to get this done. And in doing so, actually, it's kind of a killing two birds with one stone. I should actually be able to get my platinum trophy for this game. Once we... probably at about halfway through this quest, actually. Because... the only thing I never got, the only trophy I've never really gotten for this game is one that involves beating all of the side quests before starting the final quest. So, let's head on up here and talk to Avad. Let's get this thing done. Oh boy, I am excited. I am so excited. And let's run into the gate because we're awesome and graceful and totally not... You know what? Never mind. Avad, let's talk.
Aloy. What brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy. Allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Yeah, we're actually a little bit late, but okay, let's go talk to Bladeless Barad. I mean, I'm glad Helis and his group all decided to wait. What has it been? 3-4 months since we last had anything to do with this quest? Where is this having me go? Oh, down here, okay. Barad, let's talk.
Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Well, alright then. Let's go talk to everybody. Spire, Ridge, and then rest before the final battle. Alright, so that's going to activate everything. So let's go do our optional stuff. Also, Sobek Journal, damage file repair. Let's view the notebook. Last point I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature at the Master Override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so Terrestrial's life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints and no failsafes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow. And it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship, rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity with all its fears, with all its hopes in future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Okay, let's head over to whatever's closest, which I believe... Okay, that is going to be the Ridge, and then we'll head to the Spire after that. So let's hurry on over. I want to... Oh, another one got repaired. Oh my gosh, I got to read all these. No. That one's already been done. Wait. Game!
Let's have a chat. No, a colorful discussion.
How about let's not? Because we've already had that chat, buddy, and I already gave you everything you want. So why don't you go away? Oh. Alright. So the Ridge appears to be over further this way. I think I actually am taking the long way, aren't I? Yes, I am. Oops, crap. Okay, we gotta go back. Gotta go back. Let's go see if everyone... Who showed up to help? Because they said some Nora showed up. And then there's some Oseram helping us out as well. Like, gosh dang. Where are we going? Oh, we're taking the elevator. Alright. I guess that's fine. Let's go see what's up. Gotta take this thing all over again. It's probably what most of this episode is going to consist of, is just kind of the setup, the preparation, seeing who we're going to run on into and all that stuff. Because this whole final quest line is going to take a few episodes, actually. It's not going to just be one big finale, otherwise this would be well over an hour long. And possibly even more than 2 hours long, and I don't want to do that. So, wait for this elevator to come all the way up. There we go. And you know, I easily could have fast traveled down to the Maze Lands. It probably would have been a lot quicker. But you know, we get to savor this one last time. And then go say hi. There's going to be a lot of dialogue in this episode too, I believe. Alright, there we go. So onward to the Ridge. Just up here, huh? My question is who's going to be up here? He said Oseram cannons, so I think I have a pretty good idea of who. But I just want to see for myself. Here we are.
Have you just polished that armor, Buzit?
Well, hello.
Is
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if
It's been months, Aloy.
I'd come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
The Oseram that tried
Well, that's
to kill
cool.
the Sun King.
Teb's here. I like that. All right, I'm gonna open the supply crate. And who is the other person over here? Oh, hello! Is this a new Sobek journal? Can I actually read this one? Yes. Okay. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes, though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest when it comes to this. Advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus minus 10 days. Not a good spread. The plague breaks through ahead of schedule. Well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Well, hello there.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Let's do it. All right, where are we? What are we firing at is the question. I did not actually want to fire. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, that's just brutal. Come on. Oh, that actually hurt me. Why did that do that? I can get you. Ah. Come on. One more shot. There. No, I'm not going to hit them. Not at this rate. And I'm going to shoot people too. All right, there's Teb. He's dead. This is kind of cool though. Like, this is going to be pretty fun, isn't it? Are we going to get to use this in the actual fight? Well, actually, I already know the answer to that question. But all right, apparently I can't hit those things. They're too long range. What targets are there? Oh, there's this thing. All right.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
This might even the odds.
Are you sure I don't need to aim it like a bow?
Range is good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no.
Except for not, because those things aren't even falling over.
Hold off an army.
I think I agree with you. All right, well, that's everything at the ridge. Now let's head on over to the spire, which is way the heck over here. And is this the way I want to be going? The map would load. This'll do. This'll do.
You say things like that. It's so
What?
cheerful.
Wait, hold on a second.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
An Osram tries to kill the Sun King and ignore him.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Is there anyone else now? I'm suddenly curious. Yeah, there is someone else. I didn't think there was going to be so many people here. Hello.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
3 antidotes. Well, I will happily take that. Is there really no one else to talk to? Oh my gosh, there's gotta be still more to talk to. There's so many here. Oh my gosh, everyone's here.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
That's a nice spear, Uthid.
Thank you.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion? Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
Wow. I don't think there's anyone else here. At least it sure doesn't seem that way. There's so many to talk to, but I think that's it for this area. So let's finally head over to the spire now. Kind of want to just talk to everybody, but we got things to do, and this episode is going to be a little bit of a long one, just filled with dialogue while we say hi to everybody before we get on into the fighting. But hey, morning's coming. Still no one's here yet. Oh, another Sobek journal is done. Let's read it. No, it's not. Never mind. I'm getting lied to again. Oh my gosh, game. Please. I'm surprised none of those got repaired while we were in the Frozen Wilds. Maybe they get repaired at intervals during... They don't actually get repaired over time. They get repaired at specific intervals in-game. But whatever. Let's see. That is the path up. Okay. So we can just take that then. So let's head on up and say hi. Anyone up here?
Have you come to defend my honor, Inatut?
I know you don't need any help with that, but from all I've heard, you found yourself a good fight here. So I'll stand this ground with you.
You won't have ever seen a fight like this. And we only get one shot at it.
I've been told I'm in over my head before, Nora girl. You know what I say. I'm always in over my head.
Wow, I was not expecting these three to be here. What the heck?
Aratak? I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true, I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Carja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This one of Nowarak, he may have taken too many blows to the head, but he's a good fighter, and strong. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
I frickin' love Aratak.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Alright, well, let's keep going up. Now, I do have a bigger reason for doing all this. I am trying to make sure that everyone is accounted for. Because it's kind of necessary to get the final trophy in this game. But I think I have everybody. So I'd be very surprised if I somehow missed some major side quest. Especially considering I poured over guides after guides to make sure I had every single one before we got to this point in the game.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
All these characters that we met throughout the game. There's so many. It's kind of crazy. Really hope I'm not missing anybody. I mean, to talk to, too, because I really want to say hi to all of them. And I know this episode is going extra long, but that's okay. If you're really interested in the actual quest itself and not all of this stuff, well then feel free to skip the remainder of this episode. I know it's a little late for me to say that, but... just saying. Alright, who do we got up here? Hello? Who is this I see? Ah! Well, hello!
The eclipse. What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Carja. Carja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Carja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Two more stops. Hello. What do we got? Oh, hey! It's my old friends.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
One more.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Here we go. Let's end this episode by reading this last journal. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarm's launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushed to stabilize Code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material we never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible, for which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't want to have to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. One generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. I wonder if we'll ever get to see Elysium. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be for this episode of Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. And I will see you all in the next one.